Alright, so let's talk about something real. You say you want to build a cosmetic dental practice that does $100,000 per month. Not 30, not 50, a consistent $100,000 per month. That's 1.2 million per year. That's the level where you start to feel real leverage, real control, real option. The ability to hire properly, to upgrade your equipment, to stop stressing about payroll, to take a holiday without checking the bank account. But here's the problem. Most cosmetic dentists have absolutely no idea how to get there. They're posting content randomly, they're hoping word of mouth keeps working. They're boosting the occasional post, they're trying social media without a system behind it. And because of that, they stay stuck at $20,000 to $40,000 per month, working long hours, producing great dentistry, but without scalable growth. So today, I'm going to walk you through the complete system, step by step, the exact framework that takes you from wherever you are right now to a $100,000 per month and beyond business, using social media as the engine. Before we get into tactics, we need to reset your thinking, because $100,000 per month, it's not about squeezing more procedures into your week, and it's definitely not about trying harder on Instagram. It's about having a system. Growth is not random. It's what happens when the right inputs are consistently fed into a structure that converts intention into revenue. Most dentists try to grow by doing more. More hours, more treatments, more hustle. But that doesn't scale. You can only trade so much time for money. What scales is a predictable system that consistently attracts attention, converts that attention into leads, turns leads into consultations, closes those consultations into high value cases, and then maximizes the lifetime value of every patient that walks through your door. If you want $100,000 per month, we can reverse engineer it. You don't need hundreds of cases. You need roughly 8 to 10 full smile makeovers at $10,000 to $12,000 each, or 15 to 20 veneer cases at $6,000 to $8,000, or a combination. To land 8 to 10 cases, you'll likely need around 20 to 25 consultations. To get 20 to 25 consultations, you'll need around 100 qualified leads. And to get 100 qualified leads, you need consistent traffic, combined with a system that captures and nurtures traffic. When you see it like that, it stops feeling abstract. It becomes mechanical. So now let's build the machine. Everything starts with attention. No content means no traffic. No traffic means no leads. No leads means no growth. In the early stages, volume matters more than perfection. Most dentists underpost. They overthink. They wait until it's polished. Meanwhile, someone else is posting 3 times a day and learning 10 times faster. In the beginning, your goal isn't to be perfect. It's to become visible. 2 of these 3 pieces of content per day across Instagram and TikTok is not excessive if your goal is domination in the local market. That might sound like a lot, but remember, you're building a media presence, not a hobby account. Now here's where people get confused. It's not just about posting more. It's about posting with intention. Some of your content should be designed to purely attract attention. Reaction videos to trending dental topics, before and afters framed emotionally, commentary on celebrity smiles, things that naturally spark curiosity and conversation. Then you layer in educational content, answering the real questions patients have. How long do veneers last? Do they damage your natural teeth? What does the process actually feel like? And finally, you include direct conversion content, testimonials behind the scenes, clear invitations to take the next step. Over time, patterns emerge. You'll see what the algorithm favors. You'll see what your audience responds to. And when you see something working, you don't diversify, you double down. The dentists who win aren't guessing. They're testing, observing, and scaling what performs. Once revenue increases, you remove yourself from editing and scheduling. Your job becomes filming and thinking strategically. That's when content becomes an asset instead of a burden. But remember, views alone don't pay you. You need conversion. Here's where most practices lose money. They create attention and then they send people to a generic website with a book now button. The problem is simple. Most people are not ready to book the first time they discover you. They're curious, they're cautious, and they're researching. So instead of asking for commitment immediately, you offer value first. A simple guide explaining veneers, a virtual smile assessment, a quiz that tells them whether they're a good candidate, something useful, something educational, something that lowers the resistance. When someone opts in for that, you now have their contact information and, more importantly, their attention. From there, you nurture. Over the next week, you build trust. You show patient stories. You answer objections. You walk them through the process. You remove fear. You clarify pricing. You normalize the investment. And by the time you invite them to book a consultation, it doesn't feel like a cold ask. It feels like a logical next step. When structured correctly, a lead capture system returns casual viewers into warm prospects. Without it, you're just renting attention. With it, you're building a database, and databases compound. Now we move to the most important part of the consultation, because if you're booking 20 consultations but only closing 5, you don't have a marketing problem, you have a conversion problem. Your consultation should not be improvised, it should be structured. You begin by building genuine rapport, not forced small talk, real connection. Then you shift into understanding their deeper motivations. Not just what they want change, but why it matters to them, how long they've been thinking about it, and what's held them back. When they articulate their frustration, something shifts psychologically. They become more committed to solving the problem. Then comes the moment that changes everything. Showing them what's possible. Smile design software, digital mock-ups, visual projections. When they can see their future smile before committing, the emotional decision is already being made. Only then do you present the investment, calmly and confidently, framed properly, and always with financing options that make the decision feel manageable. Finally, you remove the risk, guarantees, warranties, clear expectations. If you execute this properly, 40 to 50% close rates are realistic. And that's how the math works in your favor. Once the organic system works for you, you accelerate it. Paid traffic isn't magic, it's amplification. If you convert organic leads profitably, you can buy attention and scale faster. The key is simple. Don't send cold traffic directly to a consultation booking page. Send them to your lead magnet, warm them up, and then convert them. Start small. Track cost per lead, track lead to consultation ratio, track consultation to close rate. When the funnel is profitable, you increase spend gradually. Paid traffic doesn't fix broken systems. It magnifies working ones. Most dentists think growth ends at acquisition. It doesn't. Real wealth in dentistry comes from lifetime value. After someone becomes a patient, what happens next? Are they enrolled into some maintenance plan? Are they offered whitening, bonding touch-ups, gum contouring? Are they encouraged to refer friends with a structured incentive? A smile transformation is emotional, and emotional experiences create referrals naturally, if you make it easy. If every patient refers just one other patient over time, your growth rate doubles without increasing ad spend. Retention and referrals are the quiet multipliers in this entire system. So when you zoom out, the structure is actually quite simple. You build attention through consistent content. You capture interest through a lead magnet. You nurture trust through email and education. You convert through a structured consultation. You scale with paid traffic. And you maximize the revenue through retention and referrals. When those pieces are aligned, $100,000 per month is no longer a fantasy. It becomes predictable. Growth happens as a byproduct of feeding the system. Now let me be direct with you. If you've watched this entire breakdown, you're not average. Most people would have clicked away. You didn't. So here's what I want you to do. Don't try to implement everything at once. That's how people stall. Pick one piece, just one. Maybe it's increasing content volume. Maybe it's building your lead magnet. Maybe it's restructuring your consultation process. Pick one and implement it this week. Because information without execution is just entertainment. 2 years from now, you're going to be significantly better than you are today. The only question is whether you gave that future version of yourself momentum or excuses. So stop watching and go create, and I'll see you in the next one.